All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the Top Coder universe. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Nick Castillo. I am your community manager, and joining me is Jessie Ford. Jessie, hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. Thank you for coming on to this call today. What we're doing is basically giving an overview of what this MVP program is all about. Now, this MVP program has just been created this year. It's super new to Top Coder. We've been planning it out for the last few months. We think it's a really great opportunity for our members to really become, one of the greatest members of Top Coder, right? Jesse's going to explain it a little bit more. We did have the CAB program that ran for the last few years, very successful, but we wanted to give back a little bit more. So it's kind of like CAB in a sense, but I'm going to have Jesse explain all that to you right now. Jesse, again, thanks for joining, and yeah, tell us a little bit more about this MVP program.
Okay, so hello everybody. I'm cold, so don't mind. There's like 3 feet of snow behind me. So MVP program, we're so excited to have launched that this year for 2018. And as Nick had mentioned, the real goal for me behind it was to give back to the community more. So we do have a number of Top Coder members that we work with on a daily basis who are co-pilots or who are really invested in the community. And they do this because they love the community. They love to make Top Coder better, and it's a huge part of their life. And so we see what they're doing every day, and I feel like we're not giving back to them enough. And so this program kind of, it was the brainchild of Dave Messenger. Got to give him props for that, because he really wanted to bring an MVP type program to the community. And so I took what he wanted to do and kind of decided that I wanted it to be not only something really cool for us to have, but also something really cool for the members, so that they have these really great perks for being an essential part of the community. So while we have this great program going, the cool things that we're offering our MVPs can be really helpful for Top Coder members who are building up their brand, individual brand, to be, a developer or a designer or somebody in their field. So this will help you with your brand by being a Top Coder MVP. It's something that you can add to your resume, add to your online portfolio and whatnot. And also, we're giving you these really great opportunities. And so Nick has the link for the MVP page, but I'm just going to go through some of the cool perks that we're offering as an MVP of Top Coder. So one of them is early access to upcoming Top Coder programs and releases. So if we have something new coming out, we're going to tell you about it in advance, and most likely want your feedback and thoughts on it and opinions. And you might be able to help us improve it or tell us if there's something we missed. So getting that early access not only is cool for you, but also helpful for us. Sneak peek at Top Coder roadmaps. So see where our budget is going to be spent for, Q3 or Q4, whatever it is, and see what we're putting time into. Here, this is what's on the roadmap, and it's really going to be a discussion with our MVPs as to what's important to them, what's important to the community, what's important to us, and kind of going from there. And then, of course, as I had mentioned, building your personal brand, we're going to feature you on the Top Coder website. So we're going to have a page. Once we select the MVPs, we'll have a page on the website that shows these are our Top Coder MVPs. Here are their names. Here's their photo. We'll have a bio on everybody. So really showcasing who these people are. And then that's something cool for you to have to link to on your online profiles and whatnot, and share and say, hey, look, I'm a featured Top Coder MVP. And of course, we'll have you on the blog and really make you a superstar within the community, because we expect our MVPs to kind of exemplify what a Top Coder member is. And so people are going to look up to you, and they're going to want to know more about you, and they're going to want to, emulate you. So we're really looking forward to helping you build that brand of yourself. And of course, like, one of my favorite perks that we're going to be offering is an opportunity to speak at one of our events. So we have, a number of Top Coder Open regionals around the world. And not only that, but we also have Top Coder marketing events. So I'm not sure if you members are aware of this, but we have a really awesome Top Coder marketing team that goes to a bunch of business events to bring in more customers for Top Coder. The community is a huge part of what we do, obviously. And so having the opportunity to potentially go to one of these marketing events with our team and talk about Top Coder from the member side is a huge win for us, but it's also a great win for you. Again, building your personal brand, getting out there, talking about why you do what you do and what you love about Top Coder and just technology in general. So having that opportunity could be pretty big for you. And even if it's something as simple as a TCO regional event, say we have our MVP come to our India event and talk. I think we've done something similar to that before, but it's very valuable for other members who look up to you, as well as new members who are coming in and hearing your story. I know we had a few Top Coder members talk at the Indonesia event as well. And sharing their stories of especially, Abdivera sharing his story of how he's been successful at Top Coder. It's very valuable content for new designers, up and coming designers at Top Coder. So getting that opportunity for you to do that, but also it helps our events be 10 times more amazing. One of the other cool perks that we're offering for our MVPs is a stipend to come to Top Coder Open. So details on this just yet, but we want our MVPs at a Top Coder Open event. Whether it's one of our regionals or the finals, we want you to be there. So we'll be giving every MVP a certain amount of money to help fund their trip to a TCO event. The other couple perks would be meetings with Top Coder admin and executives. So this is very similar to what we did with our community advisory board over the years. So we're going to have meetings. We're going to go through what's going on, what are things that you want to help improve Top Coder, or we'll tell you what's happening on the roadmap kind of thing. So these meetings will be really important and essential for keeping that close communication between us and our MVPs. And it's something that Nick and I will be a part of, and making sure that everyone gets heard and we're discussing things that you want to discuss. And then finally, one of the other big perks that we're really excited about is having our MVPs co-pilot special projects. So, maybe I want to build a TCO app someday, but I don't have the capacity to do it. So I pick one of my MVPs or someone comes to me with the idea and I say, okay, here's some money and go do it, kind of thing. So we really would love to have some MVPs doing special projects for us that maybe us staff don't have the resources to do, but we want to get it done. Or maybe there's a project that some of our members already have in mind that they would like to do. Maybe they're going to bring it to us and say, hey, I'd love to do this. So there's lots of opportunity there. And we're looking forward to chatting with our MVPs about all these things. So a lot of really cool perks that we're offering to our MVP members. Now, let's talk about what we need to get back from you guys. So our MVPs will be required to do a few things in order to be an MVP. And it's a yearly thing. So every year we'll ask for new nominations, and you can be an MVP for life as long as you're meeting your expectations. And that includes attending meetings, being a contributor to our blog in some way, coming to our events, actively participating and keeping up communications. And so those expectations are a lot of things that people are already doing, which is great. And so we want to just keep that going for sure. So right now we're accepting nominations for our MVP program. You can nominate a friend, you can nominate yourself. We even have Top Coder admins nominating members. So we're really excited about all these really amazing nominations that we're getting in. And so we're going to take a look at all these folks who've been nominated and the community team, we will determine who will get to be an MVP for this year. And those who make it will have to agree to, hear the expectations. Yes, I agree to this. And then at the end of the year, we will do another bid of nominations, and we'll take an account of everybody who was an MVP, make sure they followed their things. And you know what? If an MVP is no longer interested or doesn't follow up with their to-dos kind of thing, then they will no longer be an MVP. However, we want to just keep it, we be really transparent with folks as to what's expected of them in hopes that they'll continue always being an MVP. Now, we have a whole page on the website that has all this information. It also has a form that we can have you fill out so that you can nominate whoever you want. And the other thing on the page that we have on the website talks about some FAQs. So I'll just run through those real quick and then see if we have any other questions. But how will top coders select MVPs? So we are going to select them once a year by the top coder community team. So a few of us who work with the community on a daily basis will get into a virtual room and go through the nominations and determine who is going to be in the first class of MVPs. And how long can you be an MVP? As I said, its membership is for life as long as you're meeting the expectations. And then CAB, what about CAB? That is going to roll right into the MVP program. So we'll have a lot of things that are similar to what CAB had, but it's really just giving back more to those folks who do things that, CAB-like things, the meetings, the issues, the write-ups as to how we're doing. So I'll stop there because that was a lot of information. Do we have any questions?
Tons of information. So far, there aren't any questions in the live chat. And if you are tuning in, please go ahead and write your question in the chat box. We are monitoring that. But I guess in the meantime, so we're going to have nominations, right? So there's a form on the web page, right, that I linked in the chat.
Yep, there's a form in there. It's very simple. We're just asking for your handle and who you're nominating. And then we need you to tell us a little bit about the person who you're nominating. So we selected a few characteristics that are important to us for our MVPs. And those are passion, spirit, hard work, dedication, innovation. And so we're asking you that when you nominate somebody, tell us an example of that. And we've gotten some really, really great nominations already, picking up passion and dedication. And it's really amazing to see how good of members we already have. It's wonderful to read. So definitely give us some great insight as to why you think this person should be an MVP.
Did you mention it already? I might have missed it, but do you have to had been a top coder member for a certain amount of time, or?
Yep. So the eligibility actually go over. So thanks for reminding me. So in order to be eligible to be an MVP, you have to be a top coder member, obviously. You have to have been active on top coder for at least 6 months. So, even if it's checking in the forums or commenting or registering for a challenge, some type of activity for the last 6 months. You have to have at least competed in 6 challenges in any top coder competition track. So if you did 6 SRMs or 6 marathon matches, that counts. If you've done 6 co-pilot opportunities, that counts. So as long as you've been in at least 6, that you're eligible. And then, of course, you show passion within the community and you give feedback and you're really committed to making top coder, important in your life. So we see that a lot in the forums and Slack and in the messages we get at TCO and whatnot. So we want to make sure that you are legitimately, caring about top coder.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're very excited about this. It's going to be a brand new program this year. We're giving back. You guys are giving back. It's a win-win situation. Still waiting on questions. Quick shout out to Arianto, Thomas, Giablo, Paolo. all of those people are contributing in the chat, just saying hello.
Hi. Also, just so you guys are aware, we are collecting nominations through January 14th, which I believe is next Monday or Sunday. I don't know. Hold on. Should I get my calendar? Sunday is Sunday. I knew it was one of those days. So the 14th. So we're accepting nominations there. So you have a whole week almost left to make your nomination.
And some people are already, excited. When are you going to announce it? So, it ends on the 14th, but when are we going to announce, you think?
We already have a meeting on the calendar that week. Next week it is to go through all the nominations and figure out what the plan is. So we're hoping to announce the week after. I'm not going to give you any dates because
right.
it might be harder than we anticipate to select the MVPs. So yes, we will definitely. But let me give you a quick update. So here's how it's going to happen. Not once all the nominations are made, we have kind of a letter/email that we're going to send out to all those who are nominated. And it will go into more detail on all those items I mentioned and is a lot of detail like I've already said today, but it'll be in detail in writing, what's expected and what you're getting out of this. And we just need to make sure we hear back from everybody that, yes, I am interested, or no, thank you. And then once we hear back from everybody, we're actually going to have you sign something that says, yes, I agree to these expectations of me, and we'll do the same, just so that there's clear expectations that you're going to do this and I'm going to do this, and we're in agreement. So it's going to be a legit thing where we want you to really be a part of this in a serious way. So.
All right. Looks like you might have covered everything. Seeing as there aren't any.
So let me ask you guys a question.
Oh, let
me ask you guys a question who are on the chat. Can you think of anything that we might want to include going forward for our MVPs? Like, are there some things that you think would be important to you as a community member that you'd want to get for being an MVP?
It's a good question. And knowing we're in a slight delay, we'll just wait a second. Let yourself drink a, sip of coffee.
Or my Minnie Mouse water.
Oh, is that what it is?
Actually, just reminded me I have water boiling in the teapot right now. Oops, I forgot to pour my tea.
Uh-oh.
It'll be extra hot. It's all good.
So Jessie's asking what other perks or what else would you guys be interested in having for the MVP program? So far she talked about speaking opportunities, stipend to attend regional events or other events, marketing events potentially. What else would make a program like this very, enjoyable and give you the spirit to want to become one of these MVPs?
And always reach out if you think of something after the fact. We're always around in Slack, forums, email. Let us know if you think of anything else, because usually you guys have really great ideas and can help us make things even better. So.
Now we got Thomas saying MVP hoodies. Hoodies, big draw.
Everybody likes hoodies, and I know the hoodies with the handles on the arms were a big hit, so maybe I'll do those again.
Oh, you mean this?
Oh, he's actually wearing it. Look at you.
What? This is the coldest thing I own here in San Diego, or the warmest thing I own, I should say. Okay, well, that seems to be the only response that we're getting. So I guess we could wrap this up early.
Yeah, cool. We just wanted to, we haven't done a live chat in a long time, so I think it was important to get our faces out there again. We're here, alive and well. Nick's nice and warm. I'm nice and cold as usual.
2018, baby, the year of Top Coder.
All right, cool. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Again, we can't wait to read all the nominations. So far, what we've gotten has been really good. Some really good stuff. So we're really excited. But keep them coming.
Right. And you will hear from us potentially either sometime next week or the week after once we go through all the nominations and we pick a ragtag group ready to take on 2018 with us. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you for tuning in. And we will catch you around next time. Bye.